Welcome to our channel. Today, we have the following news. The series was a surprise failure this year. Story of Pearl Girl, Zhao Lucy, Liu Yuning. The story of Pearl Girl was initially anticipated to be one of the biggest small-screen blockbusters of late 2024. With its strong promotion and high-profile cast, many viewers had high hopes for the project. However, the series ultimately failed to live up to expectations and even fell behind other contemporaneous dramas like Love Game and Eastern Fantasy and Romance in the Alley in terms of popularity and reception. One of the main reasons cited for its underwhelming performance was the script, which many described as overly drawn out and heavily focused on an idol drama style. This approach seemed to prioritize style over substance, leaving audiences disconnected from the storyline. Moreover, the chemistry between the lead actors, Zhao Lucy and Liu Yuning, received widespread criticism. Many viewers felt their on-screen interactions lacked authenticity and depth, making it difficult to engage emotionally with the characters. Their performances, once highly anticipated, were also met with harsh feedback, as some critics pointed out weaknesses in their acting range and delivery. Despite its grand debut and high production value, Story of Pearl Girl ended up being a disappointment for many. The project, which had all the makings of a potential hit, became a prime example of how a lack of cohesion in storytelling and character portrayal can derail even the most ambitious productions. While the series had moments of visual and thematic appeal, these were not enough to sustain audience interest or make up for its shortcomings. It's a real pity for such a high-investment project to fall short of expectations. Fans of Zhao Lucy and Liu Yuning expressed mixed reactions, with some defending the leads and blaming the script, while others felt the performances themselves were a major contributing factor. Ultimately, Story of Pearl Girl serves as a reminder that successful dramas require not just star power and stunning visuals but also a compelling narrative and believable performances to truly resonate with viewers. The Last Immortal, Zhao Lucy, Wang Anyu. Before the release of Story of Pearl Girl, Zhao Lucy had already faced disappointment earlier this year with The Last Immortal. Although it did not generate as much anticipation as Story of Pearl Girl, The Last Immortal was still considered a promising project unlikely to fail. However, upon its release, the collaboration between Zhao Lucy and Wang Anyu turned out to be so underwhelming that the show faded into obscurity. Many viewers were unaware of when the series concluded due to its lack of impact. For those who did watch The Last Immortal, the reasons for its failure were abundantly clear. The script struggled with numerous weaknesses, leaving audiences dissatisfied with its overall execution. The plot was poorly developed, with gaps and inconsistencies that detracted from the story's coherence and appeal. Moreover, the acting performances, while not entirely lacking in effort, fell short of expectations, leaving viewers unable to connect with the characters or immerse themselves in the narrative. Despite the initial hopes surrounding the project, The Last Immortal faced difficulties in living up to its potential. Both Zhao Lucy and Wang Anyu, who are generally regarded as talented actors, were unable to elevate the material they were given. The production lacked the spark or originality needed to capture the audience's attention, and as a result, it failed to leave a lasting impression. In conclusion, The Last Immortal serves as a reminder that even promising projects can falter without strong storytelling and compelling performances. Its failure highlighted the importance of solid scripts and character development in ensuring a drama's success. While it may not have met expectations, it still provides valuable lessons for the cast and crew moving forward in their careers. Fox Spirit Matchmaker, Red Moonped, starring Yang Mi and Gong Jun, has sparked discussions among netizens, with many initially believing it was destined for success. This confidence may have been the reason IKI boldly chose to release the series at the same time as Joy of Life 2. However, early episodes revealed the show's struggles. The script lacked depth and excitement, coming across as unengaging, while the performances of the lead actors, Yang Mi and Gong Jun, fell short compared to those of the supporting cast. The decision to air alongside the highly anticipated Joy of Life 2 only worsened the situation, further diminishing the drama's reception. The comparison was unavoidable, and the unfavorable reviews caused the series to falter significantly. The lackluster response even led to Yang Mi refraining from actively promoting the project, signaling the extent of the disappointment surrounding the production. Lost You Forever 2, Yang Zi, Zhang Wanai. Following the success of the first season, expectations for Lost You Forever 2 were sky high, with many anticipating it to dominate the summer of 2024. However, to everyone's surprise, the sequel turned out to be a major disappointment. The storyline continued to center on the unresolved romantic entanglements of the female lead, combined with overly simplistic and juvenile plot elements, leaving viewers dissatisfied. A significant factor contributing to the series' downfall was the performance of its cast, including Yang Zi, Zhang Wanyi, Den Wei, and Tan Jianxi. Despite their established reputations, their portrayals failed to resonate with audiences this time. These shortcomings collectively led to widespread discontent, prompting many viewers to abandon the series right after the first episode. Ultimately, what was expected to be a triumphant follow-up became a stark reminder of how crucial storytelling and performance are in capturing and maintaining audience interest. The Princess Royal, Zhao Jinmei, Zhangling. Before its release, The Princess Royal was heavily promoted by Youku as the platform's S+ blockbuster, raising high expectations among the audience. However, the greater the anticipation, the greater the disappointment. Unfortunately, the series fell into the same pitfalls as many others, ultimately failing to live up to the hype. One of the main reasons for its lackluster performance was the significant deviation from the original story, which alienated many fans of the source material. Furthermore, the show's decision to diminish the importance of the main characters while giving undue focus to supporting roles left viewers feeling frustrated and dissatisfied. Adding to the series' challenges, the performances of Zhao Jinmei and Zhang Ling failed to meet expectations. Their acting, while passable, lacked the depth and charisma needed to bring their characters to life. Additionally, their on-screen chemistry, an essential ingredient for such a storyline, was noticeably absent, further detracting from the audience's engagement with the series. The lack of connection between the two lead actors made it difficult for viewers to become emotionally invested in their characters' journey. While the production boasted high-quality visuals and grand promotional efforts, these were not enough to compensate for the shortcomings in storytelling and character development. Fans were particularly disappointed by the imbalance in character focus, feeling that the narrative strayed too far from its original essence. This deviation not only disrupted the flow of the story but also made it difficult for viewers to relate to the characters and their motivations. Ultimately, The Princess Royal serves as a reminder that lavish marketing campaigns and high production values cannot replace the need for a well-crafted plot and strong performances. For a series of this scale, audiences expect not only visual grandeur but also compelling storytelling and relatable characters. Despite its ambitious aspirations, the series failed to deliver on its promises, leaving viewers with a sense of unfulfilled potential. Kill Me Love Me, starring Liu Zuyi and Wu Jinyan, initially generated significant anticipation due to its renowned original material and the recent success of Wu Jinyan and Mo Yunjian. Many believed this drama had all the ingredients for success, especially with its strong foundation and the star power of its lead actors. However, the outcome was far from expectations. The show faltered by making drastic changes to the source material, altering up to 80% of the original story. Instead of maintaining the unique elements that captivated fans, the adaptation transformed into a conventional revenge drama, lacking innovation or distinguishing features. While revenge plots are a popular trope in many series, they require compelling storytelling and unique twists to stand out. Unfortunately, Kill Me Love Me failed to deliver on these fronts. The alterations stripped away much of the originality and depth, leaving viewers with a predictable and uninspired narrative. On the performance front, Liu Zuyi and Wu Jinyan undoubtedly demonstrated their acting skills. Among the cast, their portrayals were the most commendable, showcasing their experience and talent. However, despite their individual strengths, the chemistry between them fell short. The lack of believable emotional connection between the two leads made it difficult for the audience to fully immerse themselves in their relationship or feel invested in their character's journey. This disconnect weakened the overall impact of the story, as the central dynamic of the leads is often crucial in driving the emotional core of a drama. The failure of Kill Me Love Me is not an isolated case for Youku this year. The platform has struggled to produce successful dramas, with many of its offerings receiving lukewarm responses or outright criticism. The poor reception of this series adds to the growing list of disappointments. It serves as a reminder that adapting popular source material requires more than just a strong cast or high production value. It demands a deep understanding of what made the original story resonate with audiences. Without this, even the most promising projects risk falling flat. Ultimately, Kill Me Love Me serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of straying too far from the core elements that define a story's appeal.